Hi, Deb.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cardmancy Mesquite. I'm Angela, and I have the fabulous Miss Diana Bowles with me.
Oh, thank you so much. Recuperating from a night of howling and cackling at a
Oh,
witchy
yeah.
party.
That
So
looked like fun.
it was. I couldn't have that shot when I stood up and I saw that. All I could think of was being in a Hogwarts movie, and I had to start. I grabbed a snapshot, but then I had to start taking a video. And then that video that I sent you guys, one of them was taking a picture of me, and
Mhm.
one at her table began to cackle. And of course, that's what started the whole show.
Yeah.
So, but I read teacups for, there were 56 tickets sold.
Hmm.
So I read 56 people. And then, of course, when the evening was finished, those of us that were on staff,
Hmm.
all the helpers, I had to read for them. So
Oh, God.
it was like 65 people that I read for by the time I got out of there.
Wow, that is a night.
It was.
Mm.
It was tremendous. I One of the teacups, I saw Paul Revere and I started talking
Mhm.
to her about it, and she knew that Paul Revere is part of her family's lineage.
Mhm.
So I knew I was onto something because that's how that started out.
Mhm.
So it was a good night because everybody's cups had something prominent in it. And some of them had never done this before. So the difficulty was straining it through their teeth.
Yeah.
So in the, witch's voice that I
Mhm.
use,
Hi, Gerald.
I hollered at all of them, listen, I know that y'all have swallowed things that are more harmful for your body than a healthy tea leaf. Who
Uh-huh.
cares if you follow one of those? So that brought on some good laughter, but it was an incredible night because the energy, my ears are still ringing just from last night. So,
Uh-huh.
let alone all the messages that were coming through this morning as I woke up. So,
Yep.
glad to be here.
I'm, I'm glad you're here too. Today we're going to be reading from Nancy Jean's Oracle Garden as usual. I'll figure this camera out one of these days. And let me show you the cloth again. This is the cloth that we use to read, and each of the sections are referred to as tiles, and they identify what we're reading, like the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, and then the four elements are in the middle of the cloth: earth, air, water, and fire. And we throw the stones on this, and that's how we figure out your readings. Each stone has a corresponding element to it, and each of these squares has a meaning. Hi, Devaria. Hi,
All
Big
right.
Mama. We got people coming in the door already.
Awesome. And then the five crystals that we use identify the body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on which stone falls in which tile, that's how we get what the energy is.
Yes.
How about you?
Yep.
About me? How
Oh,
was your last night?
it was kind of quiet. It's unusual around here sometimes.
That's what I was just going to say.
Well, I got my grandson on his way to California, not California, Colorado. He's moving to Colorado with his wife and my great grandson. And
Awesome. Yeah, you had mentioned that before. So they're on the way.
yeah, we got them on their way. They left on Friday.
Whereabouts are they going?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
It's wherever the Air Force base is because they'll be living
Oh.
on base.
Oh, okay. So that's down around Colorado Springs.
Yep, that's it. That's exactly where they're going.
Golden, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Angela. Hi, Hypnicity.
Hypnicity, hello.
If y'all want to put your questions in the chat, we'll do some readings for you.
See if I can help you with the chat as we go on. You know, that's limited. I'm good at it for about 2 minutes. So I have a question.
Okay.
To get the ball rolling here.
Mm-hmm.
I made a few extra connections in last night's event. And one of them is, for starters, to put on a little witchy performance for senior citizens. And I just want to know how that's going to go. What kind of an approach should I have to this? You know, because there's all types of walks coming. There are people who have dementia and Alzheimer's, but their bodies are in great condition. And then there's those who have poor body function, but their minds are in great condition. And I don't want to do any readings on anybody, but I want to play the games like, you know, knock knock jokes and such like that. So I just want to see if this can tell me anything about what I need to go forward with this.
Okay. I got your clarity in your throat chakra. That's good for starters.
Oh, yeah.
Ideas for wisdom will flow freely. So your wisdom's going to go right through. They're helping.
Chakra for you.
Okay, and your body is in your solar plexus chakra. And that's the body will bring forth power. So you're going to be on your game.
Awesome.
Yep. Your spirit or amethyst is in restate. So it says going in the right direction, but you need clarification. With your clarification in your throat chakra, I would say that's just going to come naturally. Listen to your body.
Okay.
Okay. Then your grounding or your pyrite landed in water. And it says grounding changes are setting in to long-term patterns. So your grounding is good.
Awesome. You know, and that's basically what she said about that last night, because she runs one senior center, but she also has like 5 more in other areas. A couple of them are closer to me too. So that is all a possibility in the future. So what about my being able to present them with art projects and such, like in the spring and things of that nature?
Yeah. Well, your mind in this reading is that thoughts are all important. So you need to have your thoughts together.
Okay.
And have an idea of what you're going to do.
Okay.
So you might want to present that idea to the person running the show, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, great.
Presenting art. That would be a good idea.
Right. Just occupational stuff, you know? So more like finger painting and things like that to get the manipulation going.
Yes.
And since I have fewer trick-or-treaters, I thought, well, what better way to enjoy my trick-or-treat but to go with people who used to trick-or-treat.
Yeah, there you go.
Seniors, right? Bring back happy memories to them.
Yep.
And Hershey candies, kisses. And,
there you go. That's nice.
Right.
Okay, would anyone like a question answered? Just put your questions in the chat and we'll get to them as they come.
Thanks, Hypnicity. Yeah, keep it simple. basically going to do this for about an hour. There's a lot of other things that go on in this center, and they just try to keep things flowing.
Yeah.
But they come every day for about 4 hours. So you're right. Keep it simple.
Uh-huh.
Good advice.
Yes, thank you, Hypnicity.
Nobody's got a question so far, huh? Well, shall we check on the Colorado move?
Yeah, there we go. That'll work.
Oh.
How is Preston's move to Colorado going?
That pyrite is so elusive. I just dropped it, and of course the dog caught it. I don't necessarily want to go digging around for it because it's the little boy here. There we go. He's got to be on my lap.
Well, I got his orange calcite in his mind, is in his crown chakra. That's pretty good. Position of the mind in your situation is bringing change. Well, it's bringing a lot of change. It's taking him to Colorado. And then,
wow, this is, yeah. Where'd I put?
And then his spirit is in restate. And that is going in the right direction, but needs clarification. Oh, he needs a lot of clarification.
So, yeah.
He's been living in Japan for 4 years.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yes. Hi, Teresa. Thank you.
Yeah, I got his calcite is in Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Opening up. So going to Colorado is a good thing. This is going to get him opened up, right? Opening to radiant guidance. And I've lived in Colorado. It doesn't matter how close you are to the air base. There isn't a place you can't go where you don't feel all the fabulous rocky energy.
Yep.
And then I have his fuchsite in True, right below the Tree of Life. And that's on the other side of the page. One of these days we'll have this all memorized. The answer is just yes, that's where he needs to go, probably after what I just said, right?
Yes.
And then we have amethyst in water and air, and there are lots of streams over there. So water, transmutation is completed, and in air, that's where the transformation is going to take place. So there you go. It's and it's pretty much 50-50. So it's like, in fact, if this stone could have landed, it would have been with the triangle, the bottom of the triangle right on the line. That's how it was. But of course it was tipped. But that would have been the balance of the Libra that we got going on. Right? So with that, yeah, that's a good move. That's a place where he should be. I have the sodalite is in past and restate. So I'm just going to say that's just getting rid of the past, letting it go. Perfect timing. The eclipse and Friday the 13th, set your intention. All things should be not in their places, but all boxes are sitting where they need to be and unpacked, right? And then the 14th being the eclipse. Perfect. Yep. Get in the morning and start digging in the boxes. And then good old pyrite in earth.
Perfect.
Right? I mean, you couldn't, more to be brought forward as time goes by. So I think he's in the place he needs to be to reconstruct everything.
Good deal. I think he's gonna enjoy life up there. Oh
yeah. I mean, I lived up in a little town called Frisco, which is up in Summit County, the highest populated county. And it's it's beautiful up there. And my kids just went through there, and it looks nothing. Well, some parts of it look identical. The town of Frisco is identical to the way it was when I lived there. But the
Mhm.
Eisenhower Tunnel was something that hadn't been done yet. They were still working on it. And they
Mhm.
were building Copper Mountain. And Aspen was 5 log cabins. They were just building the town of Aspen while I was out there also.
Wow.
So 5 log cabins that were part of this gold digging mine.
Mhm.
That's the original Aspen, Colorado.
Mhm.
And they're, as far as I know, they're still there. But anyways, I digress. My kids went through there and they came back breathtaking. It's like, well, no wonder you want to move back there, Ma. Which I do. I would
Mhm.
love to end up in Colorado,
Mhm.
up high in the mountains like that.
Yep.
Great place. It's not far from Breckenridge and
Mhm.
Dillon, Silverthorne
Mhm.
area.
Okay. Well, we've got 5 questions now. We have
Awesome.
hypnicity. We have Deb. We have Peace Mama. We have Devaria and Gerald.
Awesome.
So we'll start here with hypnicity. How do I find balance in this off kilter world? Okay, I've got your grounding, your pyriting, your throat chakra. It boosts self-esteem for our own self-expression. So it's you're in the right place spiritually. You know, you're just you're grounded and you're speaking your truth. Then we have the body or the mind in false, and your body or shape are in false. Both of those landed there. Let's see what this has to say. Okay, listen to your body signals. Your mind is misleading. So you need to follow your body more than anything else. Listen to what your body is saying. Your clarity is in your solar plexus. There's more than one way to express power and move forward. So you've got several different directions you can go in. You just need to find the one for you. And then your spirit is in your root chakra. And that's your security. Connection to spirit is needed in this situation. So you really need to get in touch with your spirit to handle this situation. Listen to your guides. Check in with them as often as you can.
Yeah, we certainly do blend into each other here. Here I've got pyrite in air. That's the highest stone. So that I'm going to read that first. And that pyrite in air is your mental actions are the path for your abundance, which aligns with where your pyrite fell.
Mm-hmm.
And then amethyst is completely in earth. And that is spirit transformation has not completed itself yet. So stay in touch with the spirit as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Path forward is half in air, and the rest of it is in the whole path forward. I'm sorry, that's fuchsite. Now, this part is in the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's touching the amethyst stone. So these two things are connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
The path forward is right ahead of you. But what you have to do with that fuchsite being in air, it's ground your thoughts, which is back to that step forward that you had talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And you have calcite in your false. So separate. What isn't working for you is what is false.
Mm-hmm.
The things that make you question or get you all, that's your warning. That's your signal that this is false. Let go of that, right? And then we have solar light in your solar plexus, which is your clarity. And that in your solar plexus is more than one way to express your thoughts and actions. So it's thinking it through and getting rid of all that angst that keeps coming up in you. Those are the things that are false for you.
Yes, and listen to your body signals. If it's telling you this isn't good for you,
right,
get rid of it.
Right. It's
if it tells you that you're doing good, then follow it.
Yeah, exactly. You'll know. Trust your gut.
Yes.
Bottom line, trust your gut.
Okay. Next we have Deb. Will autumn be productive for spiritual growth?
For just you or for everyone?
I imagine it's for everyone because let me tell you, we all seem to be on the same wavelength lately. Have you noticed the readings have been so
65 teacups were all about their past.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Friday the 13th and the eclipse coming the next day. Boom.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, I've got her grounding stone or pyrite is in present and third eye.
Okay.
Okay, that it brings an abundance. Okay, it brings an abundance to life, including manifesting your vision. And then present is, oh, there it is. Okay, and values are being purified now. So you're going to be paying a lot of attention to what you're manifesting. And make sure it's exactly what you want or better. And then your clarity isn't false. Vision is clouded at this time. So we've both been in kind of a holding pattern, and I think that holding pattern is going to stay for a little bit longer. I've got your orange calcite and your fuchsite, which is your body and mind, are both in earth. So physical changes are coming. Final thoughts on the situation are coming. So you've got a lot of information coming your way, and I think it's going to be very shortly. And it's right in your earth. So that's going to be grounded information. And then your amethyst is in air and water. Spirit transforms thinking, and transmutation is completed. So some changes have taken place already, and they're kind of set in stone. So you've just gotten a little bit more to go. You need to wait on some of the changes and ground your thoughts and make sure that you're just following your path.
This is, yeah. So I have calcite in the root chakra, right? And what was the other word there? Spirituality, right? So that solar plexus is all about your power, and that is through connecting with the mental forces that you already have. And Deb, stay connected, right? So it's using what you already know. And then we have your fuchsite in go for it, water, and a little bit in fire. Well, fuchsite in all three of those things. Let's see, we have movement is easy. The water makes it grounding, helps you stay grounded through all of this. And then that little bit in fire is rediscovering the passion. What is getting you fired up? What's pushing you forward in this? This is your body. So listening again to your body's signals. Then I have sodalite smack in the middle with equal parts of it in air, water, earth, and fire. So I have to read these because there's a lot of information here. So be sure your thoughts are clear. Use the ideas that you carry from your past and the past lives that you've had to find the solution. And then you have many paths ahead of you by staying connected with that, which brings us right back to that root power, that root chakra. And then you have, sorry, la, 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 la. You have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths. Use the life force that you already have inside of you that you know you have. The things that have worked in the past will still be working.
Yes.
They're just going to be skills that you have honed. And we can always keep sharpening that tool.
Yes. Now that sounds fabulous.
Right? I mean, it's to me, wow. Did I read amethyst? Because that's in earth. I don't even know. Did I?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, spirit transforms.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. Spirit transforms. So there's your Libra balance for you, right? And this new moon eclipse, it's going to be standing on that balance, that pinpoint.
Yep.
Stick with the double shot coffee talk.
Okay. Now we have Dvaria. I have a question. Will I find the financing I need to get a new car and home repairs I need? Let's see. I think it's going to be what's the energy around the financing that we're going to be reading. Okay, I've got your pyrite in your crown, which is enlightenment, and it helps give confidence in our ability to connect energies. So that sounds pretty good. I've got your mind is in your throat chakra. That's truth. The heart opens to expression of the throat. So you're going to be talking your way into it. I can see you easily negotiating your way into that financing.
This is so funny. We have the same story going on again.
I've got your clarity is in earth, which is you have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future. So you've just got a little bit of more waiting to do, but it's your path is already waiting for you. And then I got your fuchsite and your amethyst are in fire. So your fuchsite says embody your past. Embody your past. Lean into what you know from your past to help show you the way with this new future path you're going into. And then with your spirit, thoughts from the past are clouding or enlightening ideas. So you need to look at it critically. Think about it before you dive into something. So I would say it's looking good for that financing.
Yeah, I think so too. I have sodalite half in sacral, creativity, and half in root, security. So to take them both together, the vision, it's tying the cosmic wisdom that you already have, where you already have had security in getting loans that you need, and the creativity you need in order to get those loans. So it's keeping those two things together from experience, but also from your own ability to manifest, right? Don't
Mm-hmm.
lose track of that, because we have calcite in air, solidly in air. And calcite in air is your thoughts are important. So that's where your clarity comes in, is putting that in. When we go to pyrite, the next stone, it's all in fire. Pyrite in fire is clarification comes from dealing with your past. So you know what has worked in the past and what hasn't. Be
Mm-hmm.
creative, because things have changed since then.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to stay tapped into that inner voice that you have that works for you now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have amethyst half in water. I'm sorry, half in fire and half in earth. And thoughts from the past help you with the transformation. So remember that. And then you'll know when it's completed. The lucidity of it will just seem to smooth out with that water, right? Though the water would be red first,
Mm-hmm.
it's still kind of choppy, because you're trying to come up with, how do I do this? What's the creative force that I need? Because we all have to think about what they're going to say if they question why you want it.
Yeah.
So have all your paperwork in the car's already picked out. You know the price of the car, and you never know. You can say, I need this and this is what I want, and they give you more.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had that happen. Well, we want to loan you this amount. How about that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can do extra, right? And then we have your body, the fuchsite, is totally in air. And that's good, because it is grounding your thoughts, keeping it that way through all of this. Don't get excited when the application's been signed. Wait until the phone call comes.
Yes. There you go. It sounds like you're well on your way, Devaria.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more time to go. Okay, now we have Peace Mama. And she says, I'm finding it a challenge to stay centered in the midst of the chaos, noise, and ugliness, too.
Yeah. Time to enter the silence, Peace Mama.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've got your clarity is in the third eye and present. Okay. The clarity of thoughts are part of this plan. So there is a plan in place. And then the present is clarity of the variety of paths. So you have a couple paths to go down that you can follow. You just got to find the right one. Then I got your fuchsite is in third eye. And that is insight needs to be expressed physically. So that means get your body in motion. Walk, dance, run, whatever you can do to get your body in motion. That'll give you a clearer idea of your path.
Mm-hmm.
And that fuchsite is also in present. And it says right now, this is the time to do it. It also has a corner in the throat chakra, which is expression of truth will free the body. So express your truth, get your body moving, you will get your answer. Then your grounding stone is in your solar plexus. It burns out the self-doubt that blocks your power. So your blocks are being removed all by themselves. You're grounded well enough to just let those blocks disappear in front of you.
Right? It's like that movement is your meditation.
Yes.
It's your silence.
Uh-huh. And
So,
then I've got
I'm sorry.
I've got your mind or your calcite is in true. Positive thoughts will help you manifest. So you need to get your body moving. Keep that grounding that you've got going. And then keep your thoughts positive when you're trying to manifest. And then I've got your spirit or your amethyst is in water. And that's the transmutation is completed. So whatever your changes you were going through, they've already been done. And you just need to keep speaking your truth, moving your body, and staying grounded. And you'll get through all of your challenges.
So here we go. Yeah. So sodalite and calcite moved together, and this is how they landed practically right back where the sodalite was before, half in sacral, half in root. Only the calcite, which is the mind, is right there with it. So this brings us right back to that creativity. That's where your power lies. So be creative about the meditation that you do, which is a walking meditation or a movement. Get your body moving some way, shape, or form. Dance it out. Out. And then I'm going to go right down to the bottom, to the solar plexus. I mean, to the pyrite, because that's in your heart. That grounding is do what you love to avoid all of that chaos and noise and ugliness that belongs to others. You are on a path of ascension. They will get there eventually. Remember, time is not linear. It is an orb. Eventually, they'll find their way there. They may have to go around the circle a few times, but so just block it out as best you can. Then we have amethyst and go for it and true. And that's on the other side of the page. I keep threatening to make a list, but I don't do that, do I? Anyways, spirits are aligned with ideas that you already have, your own creative path that is already going. It's moving up here, get it moving in the body. And then that go for it is just do it. It's just get up and do it, take charge. Mars is moving forward now. He's where did he go? He just went into Scorpio. So he's getting to the heart of things by doing his own body movement plan. He's also somewhat attracted to moisture because there's moisture in the shade created from the rock that he's hiding under, right? So it's getting beneath, getting to all of the things. And there is just a little bit of that amethyst sitting in the water. And then you have fuchsite, which is your clarity stone, half in fire, half in earth. Do what you like to get grounded.
Well, that's funny because she says it makes sense. I've been feeling the need to dance.
There you go. And so that is also what that fuchsite talks about is the clarity that comes with using things from the past. And, we're all young enough to keep dancing, no matter how hard it may feel to move, because all you have to do is imagine your muscles moving, and they're moving. Yeah. And they have a memory, and everything that you could do when you were 4 and 5 years old, they remember how to do it. Now, you may not be able to do it as fast and as many times as you did back then, but you can get close to doing it again. Yep. So find joy where you found it before.
Okay. I'd like to say hello to a few people.
Oh, sure.
Hi, Heather, Indigo Jaguar.
Hey, Heather.
And then we have Laurie Kramer. Hello. Glad you can join us. And then our next question is from Gerald.
Okay.
He says, I'm getting some new guides, 6 of them perhaps. How can I make myself ready, open, and grounded for these new guides?
Good.
Oh, this looks good. I've got your grounding is in your third eye and throat chakra. The throat chakra, it boosts the self-esteem for our own self-expression and brings abundance to life, including manifesting your vision. So you're ready for them in a lot of ways. And then your amethyst or your sodalite or your clarity is in heart chakra and solar plexus. More than one way to express power and move forward. Wisdom comes from clarity of emotions. That's really pretty good. I would say manifestation, would be easy. It's going to be easy to fall into that with just your regular meditation and keeping your thoughts clear. Then your fuchsite and your mind are both in earth. Physical changes are coming, and final thoughts on the situation are coming. So your answers are just coming to you. You just have to have the clarity of mind to recognize them when they get here. And then your amethyst or your spirit is in water. And that is the transmutation is complete. So everything that you need to do to recognize those new guides is to just keep yourself grounded, meditate, and keep your thoughts clear because it's already coming to you. The changes have already taken place.
So I threw the stones and then I picked up my pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
And my pendulum is amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Chuck because it's either duck, truck, or fill in the blank. It rhymes. Anyways, I asked first of Chuck if you have 6 guides coming in. Definite yes. My amethyst, which is your spirit, fell in 100% true. So you're right. You have 6 new coming in.
Perfect.
All right. Then I have calcite in fire, and that is that's your mind. So don't let the denial that you've created for yourself in the past, don't let that in. Don't even think about that because that's you trying to protect yourself from the ego base of all of this, right? Can I be getting that many? No, I can't have that many at one time. No. All new at one time? No, don't do that to yourself because then we have fuchsite, which is your clarity stone, completely in restate. So don't tie yourself to that old language. Yes, you have 6 coming in all at the same time. And then on the path forward and half in sodalite, in earth is sodalite. So that's sodalite in earth again. You have many paths ahead of you. And with 6 guides, this is 6 new things opening up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that path forward is pretty much self-explanatory. That's the way to go. That's it. Go for it. Look carefully to the omens and the messages that are coming to you on wing, on four-leggeds, the creepy crawlies, the angelic realm, from everywhere that is coming in every direction, all 6 of these. Look for 2 more to come too. I'd be surprised if you didn't get a completion with the 8 paws, the tob of the Lakota 8 path.
Mm-hmm.
And then sodalite is in false. Don't tie yourself to the false statements of the past.
There you go. Hi, Lise.
And I hope that resonates, Gerald.
And you're
I'm
welcome,
pretty
Gerald.
bossy after last night.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Because we've run through the ones we had.
You're welcome.
Yes, those of you who recently came in, you can still post a question.
We still have time.
Yep. And Gerald, you seriously seem to be on your way and set up with those 6 new guides.
Yeah.
No, Lise, we could take another question.
Oh, and Gerald, look for elementals.
Yes, Gerald. Nancy Jean does still sell these kits, and she's at Crystal Directions. What is her? Crystal Directions is her website. If you go to her channel, you'll find it.
Right. And if you just Google crystaldirections.com, Nancy Jean Lloyd, it'll come up.
Yep. And she still teaches classes on how to read. So,
yeah. Right. And every other week there's a get together, but I haven't been able to go because that's when I'm down at the store reading for the public.
I know.
I hit it when I can.
Yeah, that's the way I am. My days have gotten a lot busier.
And it's that time of the year.
Yep. That time of the year when we make all of our medicines
Yeah, I just did my last 5. Well, actually I got 6, but I'm hiding one for myself because I'm halfway through my jar that I made during the spring. But I just made my last batch of dandelion salve for the year. Mm-hmm. I'm not even getting little tiny buds anymore. It was pretty cold last night and tonight, and the wind was so cutting today. And next week I have a big all-day event reading for the public. So I'm praying for good stuff because too much wind and the tent can lift up, right?
Yep.
Even with 200 pounds of sand trying to weigh it down. But it's an outdoor event, and last year it was rainy, and I still did good. Mm-hmm. But sunshine and warmth always brings out more, especially since it's on the eclipse. Mm-hmm. And if the sun is shining, we're all going to be under that at the same time. It's a big chili cook-off event and antique car show, etc. So all the Detroiters are out.
You'll have a crowd.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big event for being in, Little Garden City.
Yeah. Lisa has a question here.
Right.
What advice do my spirit guides offer me, as well as what crystals are strong for me? Okay, let's see what we can get on this. Okay, I got your orange calcite in your crown chakra. And that is position of the mind in your situation is bringing change. So what you're looking for is your guides are sending you signals that change is coming. You're in the middle of change. And I've got your body is in future. And things will physically appear in the future. So you've got physical things coming too. You need to watch the omens and the signals, what's coming around you. Then I've got your pyrite and your sunlight are in earth. Okay. More is to be brought forward. You have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future. So you are being guided to what that is. And I got your amethyst, or your spirit is in go for it. Spirit is aligned with your ideas. So just go along the path you're following. You're already on your way.
Right. So I got a hit. I
Mm-hmm.
threw the stones, and then I asked Chuck, because I got a hit that you need to get aquamarine.
Mm-hmm.
Get in touch with aquamarine as one of your power stones. And then afterwards, I also was told that blue calcite, green calcite, and aqua calcite, any of those in combination with the aquamarine, will really build strength in what you're looking for. So you need to be sticking to stones that are clearer in nature and are of that aqua blue, aqua green. Turquoise is fine for your throat chakra, but it's not a clear, opaque type stone. So those are the stones that you need to be looking at right now. If you go shopping for those, try to go to a store where you can walk in. I mean, you can get these things online, and I've never had any difficulty with that. The things that arrive are fabulous. But when you can walk into a store and hold it in your hand, you'll know if you connect with it. Even if it's just a little tiny point, it's not the size of the stone. It's the energy that is involved in it. So with the stones that I threw, we have fuchsite, which is your body, being the highest stone, and it fell completely in water. In fact, because of the shape of that stone, it fell in this upside down triangle perfectly. So if I could show you guys, you wouldn't believe it. But I'm not equipped to tip the camera. Anyway, so that fuchsite is that this is helping you get grounded. So if you can hold the stone, that's going to help you really connect with it and see which one grounds with you. The same stone in a different shape, another cut, may not feel the same as the other one in the basket, you know? So that's why you should like to play with them. And then the next is your mind, calcite, is square in the middle of air, earth, fire, and water. So it's a combination. This is why the recommendation is to go to a store and hang on to them, right? And then being that amethyst is completely in air, spirit is in the process of the transformation. So that is more what's the word I'm looking for? Why am I stumbling on it? It's telling you, go stand in the store and hold it. Go shop and give yourself a puff day, you know, go do that. And then we have sodalite, half in path forward and half in false. So don't be tied to the false things that you have told yourself in the past. Let them go. Because your clarity comes in just moving forward on what your inner spirit is telling you you just connected with. Okay.
Okay. We have one more question.
Sure.
From Laurie Kramer. Can I get a general reading for October?
Where did it go, Grizzly?
You're welcome, Lise. And yes, aquamarine, that's a pretty nice stone. I like aquamarine.
Oh, and it's another one of those stones that you can magnetize if you have 2 points and you twist them like this in your fingers with ends pointing to each other. And then try to push them together. You'll feel that they don't want to. And they'll do the same thing that magnets would do if you had 2 south poles or north poles. And I just dropped the stone, and of course I can't find it.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop mine.
Uh, oh, it's Fuchsite. I got one up here I can just use.
Okay. Well, I've got her amethyst is in crown chakra, future and present. Okay, spirit harmonizes all of your efforts. Be patient. The transmutation is not ready. Spirit changes are happening now. So you've got a lot of spirit changes coming your way. I would say watch for the omens and just watch everything around you. You know, the different changes and things moving. And even animals may start talking to you. So just listen for them. And then your grounding stone, your pyrite, is in your heart chakra. And that is, it encourages understanding that all is not in the physical realm. It's like everything's not in the physical realm. You've got to pay attention to other things, like that little voice in the back of your head, the animals, omens.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got her body, which is her fuchsite, and her clarity, which is her sodalite, are both in path forward and false. So you need to let go of those false things from the past to find your path forward. That's your clarity and your body. Your body is telling you to follow that path forward. Listen to your body, what it tells you. You'll feel it. Tune into your body and listen to it. Go with that gut feeling. And then the last stone, your mind, is in solar plexus. And that is power through connecting mental forces. So there you go. You got to let go of those the false things from the past, and go with the future. Go with what you feel, what you hear, what you see.
You know, once again, we're doing it together. So I have Fuchsite in air. Ground your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than read soda like that, grounding stone. I went straight to the pyrite, the grounding stone, and it's in the solar plexus, which is what same thing that you're talking about, getting grounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that in there says, oh, sorry, my eye is still itching from last night and getting makeup in it because we were all decked out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, by doing that, by getting grounded, you're going to be able to burn out all the self-doubt. Get rid of that, because October for you is bringing that. We're in Libra season right now. So what are we looking for? We're looking for balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let me mention it one more time. Did I mention that we have an eclipse coming up on Friday the 13th?
You may have mentioned it.
Right? So back to sodalite, which is your clarity stone. That's fire and earth. 50-50. It's half in fire, half in earth. So sodalite split like that is be sure your thoughts are clear. Burn out the self-doubt, because that's what's clouding any thought you do have. And then that fire is about making sure that the ideas that you carry from the past that have worked for you before are what you take forward, because that's what's going to work again. And it's what's going to build you up stronger, because we have another eclipse on the 28th. But this one is a full moon in Scorpio, and the opening of the gate for Sawe, which is the 13th month and the end of the Celtic calendar. Now, this is important to people like me because that's the one I celebrate. And it's it's like this year, I don't think it closed from last year. That's how this whole year has gone.
Yeah.
This year has been a year that was more important on self-preservation, self-centeredness, but these are positive ways of saying things that are often taken in a negative fashion. No. When Virgo was so difficult for all of us, because Virgo wants to take care of everybody and nurture the world. She's the nurse. She wants to, make sure everybody's got all the little aspirins and everything that they need. But this year was not about doing that. That was about doing it for yourself. So what we have just come through was so difficult. This Libra season is about regaining the balance from what we learned where we didn't take care of ourselves through Virgo, because we were putting more self-doubt in us and more guilt complex in us. Let go of that. Get rid of it. And that's what this balance is about. And this eclipse coming up. Did I mention that before? And then we have clarity in path forward. Your calcite, which is your mind. That calcite stone is the mind stone, and that's in the path forward. And that is definitely, whoops, wrong side again. It's right up on top. Mind is open. Watch for the signs. The omens and messages are all around you. Call on Gabrielle. For me, he's the core archangel that brings in the messages, especially on winged creatures. And also like the fox, coyote, things of that nature that are, bats, everything that raven, hawks, especially hawks, or any type of a raptor. For me, owl would be the grandest of all, and the red tail. I used to rescue raptors, and owls were my favorite to work with because they just love you. I mean, there were a couple of short-eared owls that were adorable, but they were awfully mean. It's like, no, don't go near him. It's like grizzly before he knows you, right? Like 10 pounds of holy shit. Anyways, the red tails I found easy to work with. The owls were very easy to work with. And eagles are not hard to work with. They're just heavy. You may not think a 4-pound bird weighs much, but just try to hold it on your arm for an hour. That's why they make those stands with the rests on them, so you can.
Okay. Hello, Fatima.
Hi.
Yes, I guess this kind of wraps us up for today, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little after 3:03 my time. So I've had a good day. How about you? One last throw for us and the collective here.
Yep.
For the next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got the amethyst in the crown chakra.
Oh.
Spirit harmonizes all of your efforts. Do you get better than that? I got our clarity is in earth. And that's you have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future. So we're all going to be on our way. And then I have the pyrite and the orange calcite are in fire. So we have clarification comes from dealing with your past. And do not become tied to false energy of the past. So you need to deal with your past and then let it go. And then the body is in water, the fuchsite. And that is, it helps from, it gets help from grounding elements. So the more you ground, the better you're going to feel.
So I have fuchsite in past and restate. So what do we say about that?
Mhm.
Don't get tied to the false things you've told yourself in the past and the false things that are coming to you from others, right?
Mhm.
Has to go. Did I mention that before? Then we have amethyst in water. I have
Mhm.
sodalite up in the tree of life, which is your clarity stone. Let's go for that one first. That is your path is blessed with clarity and it's wisdom. Just out of the chute, right there. I really don't have to go any farther. We have amethyst in water that is getting yourself, helping you with getting grounded in spite of it being water, because water can sometimes be rather lucid. But think about our Neptune being in Pisces, and the fact that I think it's November 8th is when Saturn in Pisces at 0 degrees
Mm.
stations to go forward. So he's going all the way back through. I can't wait till Neptune and Saturn both go into Aries at the same time in 2026. This should be exciting. And then we have calcite in Earth. That is your mind, and there in Earth it is the final thoughts on the situation. They have not yet cleared. They're not completely formed, but that's what that amethyst in water is going to do for you. It's going to help smooth the windy parts that are creating the choppiness.
Mhm.
And then good old pyrite landed in path forward and fall. Again, don't get tied to the false statements of the past,
Mhm.
because your path forward. Oh my gosh, which brings us right back to what next weekend is bringing us, right? And
Mhm.
then we'll check in on the 13th. Well, we'll check in 2 weeks. But my guess is if we do this work
Mhm.
as light workers for ourselves, as well as those who are around us, as well as our world, universal energy and universal community,
Mhm.
we're going to see our way out of this by going through it. Just like, sometimes the only way out of it is to go through it.
Mhm. Yes.
It's the first rule of learning how to ride a motorcycle. First rule is don't look at the ground, because that's where you'll go. Second rule, second rule is sometimes you have to go through it to get out of it.
Mhm. There you go. Sounds like a good week.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep. Well, thank you all for joining us,
Yes, thanks.
and love the questions. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
We'll be
Yeah.
back
It
here
was
again
really a
in
good
2
day,
weeks.
wasn't it?
Mhm. I always love doing this.
Right? So blessings for all.
Mhm. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
See you in 2.
Bye bye.